My name is Brian Keenan. I am the Associate Advisor for Crew 324 in San Antonio, Texas, and welcome to my introduction to the new Scout camping tool. The purpose of this little video is to give you a brief tour of the tool and show you how to use it. This is intended to be used by both Scouts and their parents to help a new Scout on the first couple of ranks on their way on their journey to first class. I say this is for both Scouts and their parents. The reason I do that is, quite honestly, a new Scout, a young Scout, might have some challenges understanding some of the things and fully comprehending some of the things that I'm going to show you. So this might be a time when parents oftentimes want to help their new Scout, that they may watch this video and digest the tools that I'm going to give you and kind of help their Scout get ahead. So what I'm showing on the screen is a spreadsheet, which you can download from the website. And I'm going to walk through each tab of this spreadsheet and discuss with you what's in them. So this first tab are my general recommendations, and that is that number one, camping, cooking, hiking, and first aid are all Eagle required merit badges. Backpacking, orienteering, and pioneering are elective merit badges. So I'm going to be talking about an area that I call Scoutcraft. And Scoutcraft is all of these things. Now, not everything in the scouting program is Scoutcraft. There's a lot of stuff that's not, citizenship and stuff like that. But there's a large portion of the Scout program that fall into this grouping I'm going to call Scoutcraft. So these are some of the topic areas that you will be experiencing throughout the scouting program. So as soon as you get into a troop, seek out counselors for camping, cooking, hiking, and first aid merit badges as soon as you can. Now, a Scoutmaster may think it's a little young or a little soon for you to start working on those, but talk with them about it, how you want to have those opened. You want to, quote unquote, open those merit badges as soon as possible, so that as you or your Scout goes through the program, you can be ticking off certain things as you go, and just save time. So that's my first recommendation. Get Scoutmaster approval, assigned counselors, and counselors set up in Scoutbook for the elective merit badges. So Scoutbook is a whole nother topic, and I'm not going to go into that, but get those assigned and set up. Number 4, many rank requirements and merit badges are very similar. Study cross-references given in this spreadsheet to become familiar with the overlaps. Working a rank requirement and going the extra distance to complete the associated. When working on a rank requirement, go the extra distance to complete the associated merit badge requirements and get both signed off at the same time. So that's really the crux of this whole tool that I'm going to show you, is that there is a lot of overlap. So if you understand the overlap, you can kill two birds with one stone, so to speak. You do a little more than what the rank requirement says at the same time, and you get credit for both of them. Study the Scoutcraft Opportunities tab. That's this one. Pay special attention to the activities that require demonstration while on a hike or camp out. Volunteer for these when planning trips. So there are certain requirements that are like you have to do, you have to show, you have to demonstrate. Become familiar with what those are, and there's a list of them. I've got all this stuff listed for you. Become familiar with what those things are so that when the opportunity comes up, you can jump on them to get them signed off. A lot of times, you may not have that opportunity very often. You may be waiting for this one requirement because you didn't do it when you had the chance. Well, that's why I say this is become familiar with what those are so that you can go out of your way to do them so that you grab those opportunities. So each merit badge tab has a web link to a spreadsheet. Download those worksheets and fill them out as you go. It will help when it comes to requirements sign off, both for rank requirements and merit badges. So I'll show you some examples of that as I go through some of these. But there are all of these internet tools that I recommend you use them because it just makes it easier and it gives you a way to organize your thoughts. You use the trip log tab in this spreadsheet to keep track of outings attended and activities done on those outings. So trip log, this is just a place that, I went on this weekend, here's what we did. I recommend that because it's easy to forget. Each merit badge has a web link to a copy of the merit badge book available as a PDF online. So these are some of these merit badge tabs. And for instance, each one of them has a link here to the pamphlet, merit badge pamphlet. That link will take you to where somebody's already made a PDF of everything. So, these books are like $5 or $6 a piece or something like that at the Scout Shop. But if you follow these links, they're free. And the rank requirements tab and each merit badge tab contain web links to YouTube videos that are relevant to the topic, and those can be useful. So I'm going to be talking as I show you this stuff. I've put together a lot of time, taken a lot of time to put together hyperlinks to resources that should make this a lot easier for you. If you're a visual learner rather than going through a merit badge book, watch these videos. They out. So let me just talk about what's in each of these tabs. Rank requirements summary. This is a spreadsheet that lists I've categorized all of the rank requirements for the first four ranks: Scout, Tenderfoot, Second Class, and First Class. I have categorized them as you see here, and I've grouped them into Scout Craft related and not Scout Craft related. And then each requirement, I count them up in which columns. So, there are 2 requirements for Second Class that I call camping requirements. And there are 3 Tenderfoot requirements that are cooking requirements. Okay, so this is just a summary that shows you, to get to First Class, there's 122 total requirements. To get to Scout, there's 18, so it just shows you where all of those requirements, how they all line up. So this summary kind of, shows you the roadmap of what I'm going to talk about here. The spreadsheet is only going to deal with these Scoutcraft related ones. So the white section here, those are all of the requirements and stuff that I'll be talking about throughout the rest of this video and in the spreadsheet. All this gray stuff, there's some resources here and you'll have some links to it, but I did not focus on those this tool. So this is a summary of all the rank requirements. And then the next tab, rank requirements, this is all of them. And I've color coded again. The white ones are part of Scoutcraft and the gray ones are not. So this is a mass tabulation of every requirement. It shows you, there's a code here. So this one is Scout S1E, means Scout requirement 1E. T1A is Tenderfoot 1A. So, that will be obvious as you look at this, but these codes are going to show up elsewhere in some of the cross-reference tables. So that's how you read those codes. Then in column D here, this is what the actual requirement right out of the 2023 requirement. So they might have changed, but probably not by the time you're watching this. But here's what the requirement says. And then this column E, this is the category on the summary that I put it into. And then column F, I put in there some cross references to merit badge requirements. So all of these rank requirements, like this one here, Tenderfoot 1A, present yourself to your leader, prepare for an overnight camping trip. You can see there's a lot of merit badge requirements that overlap this very closely. So, for instance, you should go look at requirements and understand what they say so that when you do this one, you can be doing all of these at the same time. Now, how do you read these codes? CP 5D. CP is camping. So if you look at all of these other tabs here, you're going to see in parentheses after each one a two-letter thing. So camping, CP, backpacking, BA, cooking, CO. So CP 5D, camping 5D, camping 5E, camping 7A, camping 7B, backpacking 2A, backpacking 9B, backpacking 9, so on and so forth. So this rank requirement tabulation is useful to see all the overlaps. And then next to that, you'll see a bunch of hyperlinks. And these hyperlinks take you to YouTube videos where I've found one or more than one video that is a real good explanation of how you do, what do you need to know for that requirement. So that is the rank requirements tab. Scoutcraft opportunities. These are the things I said you have to grab the opportunities as they come along. So I've broken this down into 3 groupings. You've got things to be done on camping, things to be done on hiking trips, and then things that can be done anytime. So these are, like I said, they're the opportunity things. So for instance, on things to be done on camping trips, SC1A, so that's second class requirement 1A, and FC first class requirement 1A, it says attend at least 3 campouts where you sleep overnight. So obviously you have to go on a camp out to do that one. So, that's pretty obvious. But some of the other ones, like this one, this is a merit badge requirement, 5E. Present yourself to your scoutmaster with your pack for inspection. Be correctly clothed and equipped for an overnight campout. Right? That's a requirement for Camping Merit Badge 5E, but that's also, you'll see that's this Tenderfoot 1A, and I probably will go through and update that cross-reference, but that's the same requirement as 1A, or it's very similar. So this Scoutcraft opportunities, this is where, grab these opportunities. These are things that you have to do in the field somehow. And like I said, I've got it in camping trips, hiking trips, and then stuff that can be done anytime. For instance, explain the importance of eating together as a patrol. So these are like I said, other things. Trip log. So as you start going on campouts with your troop, keep track of them. You can do this in Scoutbook. You can do this in a notebook. You can use this spreadsheet, but just keep track of them. Not only keep track of them, but keep track of, number one, I have a specific thing. Did you cook? You'll find as you're going through the cooking requirements that there's a reason I ask you for this, is because cooking is a big deal. That the whole activity of cooking and all that goes into it is a big deal. So if you cooked or helped cooking, you want to make sure you make note of that. What something specific that you worked on, from that Scoutcraft Opportunities tab while you're on that trip, and who did you do it with? Who can vouch for you? Who can sign off? So that's something to be aware of. Start writing this stuff down as you do it. All right. Lastly, I want to talk about these all these other color-coded tabs. So I've got them color-coded here. The gray ones are Eagle required, and the green ones are elective. That's why they're different colors. But CP, camping. If you go into this, and all of these tabs are set up the same way. But if you go into it, at the top, you're going to see requirements link and a hyperlink to that. And if you follow that, it will it'll bring you to a website where it shows you the book and, here's all the requirements. Okay, that's nice. If you go to the next link, worksheet link, I mentioned this previously. If you open this up, it's going to give you a workbook that's useful for that particular merit badge. So all of the things that says explain this, explain that, it'll give you a place to write that stuff in. So you might print this out. You might save the PDF, and if you can edit a PDF, you can write in there, or just print it and write it. But this is a way for you to make, write down all your stuff. It's like homework, basically, for every requirement in the merit badge. So I recommend that you make use of those. And then this third link is the actual merit badge pamphlet. I said that they're available online. So it's take a minute to download here, but it's the entire merit badge book, not just the requirements, but everything. And like I said, you don't have to buy it. It's out there for free. So last little thing here is there are oftentimes merit badges that are related. So for instance, the camping merit badge, which is what we're looking at now, and backpacking are very closely related. I like to think of backpacking as advanced camping. But the reason I put this here is there's an awful lot of overlap between them. So it's, kind of a back and forth cross-reference. And then down below here, this is all of the merit badge requirements for camping merit badge. Again, working them all out. Here's the category or the topic I put them in. And you'll notice I have a column here, related rank requirements. So if you were to do this camping 1A, it's also very similar to first class 5B, first class 5C, first class 5D. It's also related to other merit badge requirements, backpacking 1A and backpacking 7. So these tables can be very useful to you in trying to identify places where you can get that 2-for-1 credit. And then finally, I've also added in a series of hyperlinks to various YouTube videos that I find decent instructional material for each of these requirements. So each of these tabs is set up the same way. And if you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll write the email address right here. At brianandlaura.keenan@gmail.com. So feel free to contact me with questions or feedback or requests for clarification. Hopefully you got something out of this, and I will see you guys around.